Before you knew I was back in the mix. Stood to my feet, Oh, yes, bitches. Welcome to Nothing Sacred. I am Maxwell Silverhammer. Cruise Control had a prior engagement, so he was not able to join us. And I just brought somebody back from the dead. Lyndah from Bitches with Problems. Lyndah, what's going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm good. Man, okay. Few things. First of all,
Yeah, it is back from the dead. It's been almost 30 years.
exactly. I was almost thinking of doing a mouth, acting like I was giving you mouth to mouth or something, going 1,000, 2 1,000, breathe. So first off, got to give a shout out to JPX from the Post Rhetoric podcast. Check him out if you get a chance. He's actually the dude that sent me the tracks from the Life's a Bitch album because it is a bitch to get a hold
Okay,
of
great.
So yeah, definitely shout out to JPX, man. So that track Wanted, I just want to say this too. We back the blue to the fullest on this show, but we also back free speech. And what you had to say was a very powerful message. So that's a great song. Question though, how did you get the footage from the Rodney King beating from that? Because that was way pre YouTube.
Yeah, we actually got in touch with his attorney. I think we paid like 3,500 for the footage,
Oh.
and he allowed us to use the video in our song.
Wow. Well, that's awesome that you were able.
We actually met with I think his publicist or his agent was actually Demi Moore's agent.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
and this was also obviously pre-social media. So how did you even reach out to this person? How did you even connect with them?
Well, I didn't actually. It's possibly my publicist at the time. I think she set that up. Phyllis Pollock.
Oh, well, that's funny. I know her. She actually helped me get Willie D from the Ghetto Boys a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
She really, did a wonderful job getting us out there.
That's cool. That's really cool. Man, so all right, big $1 million question here. What happened to you guys?
Well, I think it was basically poor management.
Oh, wow.
We got into a lot of disagreements about things we were doing outside of Bitches with Problems. From what I was told, the manager ran off with the dats, the masters, and the money, and that was it.
Damn. So one manager pretty much crashed everything, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I believe it was mismanagement. So that's what I was told. And they couldn't really release it. I know they said it was shelved because we weren't selling records, but we actually sold what Def Jam put out. And the last I heard was that the advance money was given for the second album, but the masters weren't turned over.
Wow. So because obviously somebody uploaded your Life's a Bitch album to YouTube. Who did that?
I believe his name was Doug Park, because I didn't even have a copy of that album. And I really liked that album a lot. And I wish that it would have came out because I actually got a chance to show my rap skills. The previous album, it was more like, just yell it, nobody cares. We're not doing the New York kind of flavor, just yell it. And it didn't leave an impression on people where they would say, wow, she can rap. It just left, oh, she can't rap. So, but Doug Park uploaded it and I wrote him, I texted him about that. And can he send me a copy because I didn't have one? And he did.
That's crazy. So you didn't even have your own music?
Yeah.
Man.
I didn't have a copy of it. One song is actually missing off of there, Mother's Day. I did speak with Mark and recently, maybe a couple of years ago, because we haven't spoken in almost 30 years. And I asked him to can he upload, because he still had the debt. did that. And he didn't. But then one day I just saw it on YouTube and I was like stunned. And I wrote him back, but I did ask Mark and he upload Mother's Day because I enjoyed that song too.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear that. What's the song about?
It's about being on the system, collecting a check once a month. I called it Mother's Day. I don't know why, but I don't know. I was in some state and they called it Mother's Day pay.
Wow.
So it was about doing what you had to do to survive and collecting, services.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, you cover that a lot in your music. You talked about, like even you say on Fuck a Man, where she says, "Is my daddy a sucker?" And you're talking about how you guys had to collect welfare because the guy was a piece of shit. So,
Yeah. That was, I love those lyrics the best. Out of all the songs, I think those were the best lyrics for me.
I really think it's funny you said that on your first album that you didn't really showcase your lyrical talent. I disagree. I think you did a great job on that first album.
Really? Wow, thank you.
Yeah, no, I love that album. Is to me classic and will always be. So
yeah, a lot of people still remember it. I'm so surprised. A few years back, someone called me and said, all your videos are playing on YouTube. And I was amazed that they all were.
That's crazy. Well, I still play it. I want you to know that. I worked out to it as a matter of fact, a couple weeks ago or so.
That's cool.
So, it still gets played like it's still 1991, What happened to Tanisha?
She's the last I heard, I got in contact with her through Facebook. And, sometimes I look at her, what she posts and she looks at mine. But someone sent me that flyer about a BWP reunion. And then I reached out and contacted her. Because I didn't think they would call me on that. I was surprised. I was like, who put that together? So
a BWP reunion, is that still a possibility?
They're going out June 26th for the Queens of Hip Hop. The Queens of Hip Hop tour for June 26th next year. Wow. And we're scheduled to play a few dates.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. And now that you're reconnected with Tanisha, it might happen, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I told her, I'll give a couple of verses. I would like to come out like This Is the Way. I really like that song. I like my verses. The DJ, her verses were really long, so I figured we'll split that and give half to Michelle. But I really like that song because the beat, we did that beat long before Biggie and Tupac were on stage doing that beat together. Big Daddy Kane was also on that track. Little Shaheed was on that track. So I really like that song.
Which song was this?
This Is the Way.
Oh, okay.
This is the way. I know you love it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, because you guys, what happened to the guys from No Face? You said you talked to Mark recently, right?
Yeah. I haven't talked to him in like almost 30 years. And then my DJ, like Missy and I have been in contact for a few years. And she had told me to reach out to him. And I did. And we don't really connect like that. We just talked about this tour that's coming up.
Wow, man. It would be
and
great.
I agreed to do it.
Where are you guys going to be playing? I mean, when you say you got a few dates, do you know where you'll be?
Some of the dates, I think I saw Houston, New York, LA, Miami, Chicago. I don't know where the other state was, but that was on the flyer. Those were the cities they would be in.
Let's hopefully Las Vegas is on there somewhere.
I hope so.
Selfish reasons. So, but you do something else now. From your Facebook page, it looks like you're a counselor.
Yeah, I actually went to school, Immaculata University, and I got my license, my master's degree, and my license to counsel, working with mental health and drug and alcohol.
Oh wow, we might have to get you on a shrink wrap. We do a segment usually the second week of the month. We bring our buddy on who's also he's actually in school now. I think he just got his degree to be a mental health professional. But I'm thinking, man, you know what? Maybe we need to grab you for one of those. Bring you in for that.
That'd be great.
So that'd be great. That's what you do now, huh? You're a drug and alcohol counselor?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow. Well, and I guess, somebody once told me, I had a rapper on named Daniel Jordan, and he said some of the best rappers could actually be social workers because of what they deal with, So
yeah, a lot of issues. Because I had fell into addiction. A lot of things that were going on in the industry that I really didn't like. But I lost my mom real early. I was still a teenager, and I struggled. A lot of people told me I killed her because of the things I was doing. I was selling cocaine at one point I had a Colombian friend. She was, I don't know, she got me selling drugs for her at one point. And I didn't believe she was dying, and it just killed me. So the things I was doing was causing her pain. But, and so I fell into drugs.
Wow.
And I got myself together, and the people who helped me, they inspired me to help other people.
Interesting. So was this like before you even got into music, or is this during the music career when you were addicted to whatever it was you were addicted to?
Yeah, I was addicted to drugs back then during the music, actually. I was dabbling in and out, but a lot of things I had too many personal issues. And the great thing about it was I was able to get a lot of that stuff out in the music. A lot of those stories are taken from real life experiences.
Right.
Like, for example, there's a part in Wanted where the night my mother died, I was fighting police, and I was like out of my mind on coke, and it took at least eight police and security guards to knock me down. It's not funny, but
wow.
Things like that. The man leaving and people not paying any child support or whatever, date rape. All those things are like personal experiences. Like on the second album, Caught Up, I have my daughter rhyming on that, and she's, I like that song a lot. And Domestic Balance, a house isn't a home.
That one I really like. Actually, that's probably my favorite song on that particular album.
Yeah, I love that song, and it's true. It's about my life.
Wow.
In fact, I was actually in this horrible relationship for 11 years. People always ask, well, why did you stay? A lot of women can't give an answer for why they stay.
Interesting.
But nevertheless, I put that in my music.
Well, listening to your music, you don't sound like somebody that a dude could raise a hand to, but apparently you were, huh?
Yeah. Well, actually, he didn't like the things I was talking about on the record. So I guess he figured he had to prove himself, but he was actually a woman beater, never saw him fight a man.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You had a line.
But I think the things that I said, I'm sorry?
I said you had a line in there. I'm Lyndah, and I'm going to teach you how to deal with a woman beater. So, that was right when you were going through all that, apparently, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. That's not funny, like you say, but it's definitely, it's ironic.
Yeah. It was horrible because in 1 second you got all these videos talking, well, basically kind of male bashing or men who do women wrong, and here you getting beat up on the street, you know?
Interesting. You know, where it's kind of like the guy who raps about being a pimp, you know, or a Mac or something, and the dude gets no pussy. You know, it's one of those kind of situations.
Yeah.
I can relate personally because that's how I used to be.
Yeah.
So, you know what's big in a pussy? Let's jump into Eat More Pussy, which is off the Life's a Bitch album, which probably a lot of people haven't heard. And so
Yeah.
we're gonna jump into that real quick, and then we're gonna come right back and talk to you a little more.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, keep it locked, y'all.
Right to the motherfucking buttocks, G. Niggas eat more than pussy. 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 Pussy.
Hey yo, Peter, the pussy eater, sucking up the discharge bottle leader, and wanna front like he ain't got it going on. Yet the tongue is so long, you don't wanna fuss around your friends. That you eat pussy, but you eat the other end too, sucking out the hole where the shit flow. Never constipated, cause I'm always good to go. Niggas wanna fuck like they don't eat pussy holes, but in the 90s they sucking out buttholes. No time to stick 'em, just lick 'em. Once a week I get a clean another rectum, cause it's good to the last drop. Sucking out the hooks, hold up, I got another chunk. Now he wanna fuck cause he feel this, but no lick, no stick, no suck, no fuck. So come on and lick up the butt till you throw up. Above the ass so close to the coochie, and how the fuck you gonna miss that? You're sopping up nut, the pussy and the crack. Almost got whiplash, giving me a back spasm cause the slower the suck, the quicker the orgasm. Work to the motherfucking buttocks, G. Niggas eat more than pussy.
Right to the motherfucking buttocks, G. Niggas eat more than pussy. Right to the motherfucking buttocks, G. Niggas eat more than pussy.
My nigga Romeo's at the crib. The pussy so hot that I need a little dick, but being the bitch that I am, a Romeo must be a friend to the bitter end. As we caressed each other on the foreplay tip, he's harder than a rock and thicker than a brick.
Hey yo, baby, won't you go down like suck some dick?
Oh, nigga, get low and suck out this clip. You do for me and I'll do for you. So ladies first, fool. Big lip, motherfucking lips, listening, sluts and all the shit I got coming out. You can get a lot, and I got a trick for a Vic. Arch my back and now he's licking up butt cheeks, and he can really tell I wash well before long, and he's doing it like a Geo. Now it's time to get even. He said that to the bitch, the boy B.W.P. I ain't even down for kissing. I bust a nut and now it's time to get the fuck up. Heads are like savers, see you out my back door. Don't wanna smell your doodle breath no more.
What you mean? I went all the way.
Thanks.
Thanks, fuck you mean thanks.
And I'll send you a quarter butt sucking day. So no need to call me on the phone, cause the house just ain't a house, ain't a house till he's made a home. Another way to say eat butt, cause niggas suck more than cum.
Right to the motherfucking buttocks, G. Niggas eat more than pussy. Right to the motherfucking buttocks, G. Niggas eat more than pussy. Right to the motherfucking buttocks, G. Niggas eat more than pussy. Right to the motherfucking buttocks, G. Niggas eat more than pussy.
Oh yeah, Eat More Pussy. Boy, you're talking about a lot of ass eating on that song.
Yeah.
Is that a personal fetish?
Well, not on my behalf, but on his.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? You mentioned your daughter rapping, and you're right. She was on "Fuck a Man," and she was also on the song on "Life's a Bitch." And
Yes.
how old would she be now? Like 30 something?
Yeah, she's 36 now.
Wow.
And she was about 6 years old when we did that. We were actually in the studio recording that, and she was just playing on the mic, and I taught her that rhyme, but I didn't know she like knew it like that. But we were kind of dumbfounded, and Mark was like, "Let's record that," and we had our 40s in our hand, and we like urging her on, Coach Asia, and
Wow.
she was killing it.
Damn. Huh. Well, let me ask you this: has she picked up the mic since?
No, she doesn't really. I kind of asked her because I'm working on some like Christian hip hop and songs like that, but our daughter doesn't have any interest. But I do have a 13-year-old granddaughter who loves hip hop, and at first she was willing to like do like the Christian songs that I had, but she wants to do regular rap hip hop.
Okay.
But I figured we'll just do it for a hobby.
Okay. Okay. So you have been working on some music then?
Yeah, I got a whole album ready for it's Christian hip hop. But it's more like kind of like what Kirk Franklin had done with a variety of genres. We got hip hop, we got choir songs. And I want to put them onto like fly beats. I'm going way back with that word, but a lot of times the Christian rap doesn't sound up to date. So I want to bring that kind of flavor out and produce an album like that.
There's some good Christian rap. Matter of fact, Sugar T from the Click, E40 and Be Legit and all those guys. She put out, because her stuff originally was very sexually oriented, just like yours and whatever. And now, or at least her last album, the last one I heard from her was like 2005 or 2006. And she kind of went over to the Christian. I think that's good because you can still talk about social issues like you normally do, but just from a different perspective.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know about her.
Yep.
But I'm gonna look into that.
Definitely. Shit, you guys could even collab on something, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would love to hear that.
A lot of it is for, huh?
I said I would love to hear that when that album's complete. I better keep me in the loop because I
will definitely. It's finished. I just got to put it to music. So I was gonna like purchase like a small studio for a computer and try to lay some beats down, but that's not really my forte.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm gonna see who I can work with and put this to music.
I could maybe help you. I got a buddy who does music. Yeah. He's out of Northern California, a dude named Renacy. And he does beats for people all the time. So that might be a dude.
I would love that.
Okay. I'll talk to him and see if that would be something, he'd be interested in doing for you, maybe lacing you with some.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Hold on. I can't see you.
Oh, you can't see me anyway. I don't have a camera.
Okay. I see you now.
Oh, you mean my avatar. Okay. That's cool. I got a question.
But yeah, I would love that because I just haven't, I take the verses from the Bible, the scriptures, and put them into songs.
Wow. That's cool. That's really cool. Well, there's a lot of rappers, that at one time were, like we were talking about Sugar T, and then now all of a sudden they kind of change their lyrical content, and now it's on a Christian vibe.
Yeah.
So, and I think, like I said, I mean, you can definitely still do that because you address social issues in that kind of music too, but just coming from a different perspective. So,
yeah.
But I have a question about the movie Bulworth. I think Tanisha
Which movie?
Bulworth. Remember Bulworth?
Bowler?
Bulworth.
I don't know.
It was the movie Bulworth.
I'm not sure.
Oh, because there's
I'm sorry.
it's where the guy he's a politician, but he starts using hip hop in his political speeches.
Oh, okay.
And I guess there was Tanisha, I think, was in it, but there was a girl who looked like you but wasn't you in that movie. So I was wondering if there was an issue with that, with the Bulworth movie where you weren't in it.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't in. I kind of like just dropped off the face of the earth for a minute, you know, because I needed to get myself together. So I missed out on a lot of opportunities. In fact, when we worked with George Holiday, Demi Moore's agent, Phyllis called me and said he wanted to make me a star. And we were having so much internal conflict within the group and the people we were working with. And we were trying to like mend over a lot of things and be a team. And I said, well, we're a team. And that was one of the biggest regrets I've had with the music. Because I could have gotten, you know, I always wanted to be in movies. Since I was 10 years old, I was calling like Hollywood producers, you know, and telling them about a movie I want to make. I was a kid, 10 years old. And that was my opportunity, and I blew it trying to be loyal.
Wow, man, you missed opportunities and negligence, I guess. You know, it happens. We all, things we kick ourselves.
And I really believe if I had someone in my corner back then, that, you know, things would have turned out differently.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I could have done a lot of things that I wanted to work on. Like from the moment I saw Boys in the Hood, I was actually on tour in LA, and you know, I wanted to make a video game out of that. You know, I just blew a lot of opportunities, and Snapple wanted to give us a commercial for writing a rap. I remember K Solo, we was at WBLS, and he actually chose my rap, and Mark wouldn't put it to music.
Really?
Unbelievable.
What? Why not?
Yeah. I don't know. I think, you know, people sometimes I heard them say that, well, you don't realize what we had, but I did, and I believe they didn't believe that. They didn't want it to blow up more.
Why not?
I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I think some people just didn't want it to like blow up and be out of their hands.
Oh, because
but there were
you'd be in demand.
Opportunities that came my way, and you know, if I had the right counsel, then I think I could have, you know,
wow,
done some good things.
That's tough, you know, when you're just getting into it, you don't really know much, because the music, you know, it's not like there's a handbook, you know, you know, and you just kind of have to go with your gut and what you feel, and a lot of times, you know, you don't know what that is, so it's kind of tough. But I think you know, like you said, with this whole Christian thing that you plan on doing, you know, maybe this time you can do it right.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
That would be really cool, because man, I mean, so like like we were saying, the Bulworth movie, obviously you weren't in because you had some issues going on, I guess, which I believe Tanisha was in it. So, and there was a girl that I guess looked like you. So I don't know what the deal was with that, but it wasn't you.
Yeah, I don't know.
You guys were in Strictly Business though. A little cameo.
Yeah. We had
that?
a few lines like, yeah, right. That was my line.
That's funny.
I enjoyed that. That was pretty cool.
I actually did a song called yeah, right. That's what that's about. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, and I think We Want Money soundtrack was in Girl on the IRT. That was pretty cool too.
Yeah. It's interesting. So your guys didn't want you to blow up because they'd be afraid you're being too high a demand, and then, you know, you might leave.
That's just my personal opinion, because, you know, with that Snapple opportunity, that could have been major. Or if he would have just came to me, Lyndah, what are you thinking? Go for that, with Demi Moore's agent. I wasn't thinking clearly back then, or even in my own interest, but I wish I had somebody in my corner to say, yeah, go do that. Don't be a fool,
Right.
Go for that opportunity.
Yeah. You were kind of a solo, just on your own thing at the time.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Well, this, the next track I want to jump into is Kotex, and this is an interesting track because it's, you talk about workplace bullying in this song.
Yeah.
Like nobody really addressed that.
Yeah, they didn't. I like that song though.
Oh, I love that song. Oh, and as a matter of fact, I'm supposed to tell you, shout out to Jessica. I call her security camera. That's my buddy's girlfriend. She said to tell you you're her idol after that song.
Really? Wow.
She's like, tell her she's my idol. So, but
I like that. Tell I said hello and thanks.
Oh, absolutely. She's gonna hear this interview. So yeah, we're gonna jump into that.
Actually, there's a gay guy named Pescadero. I don't know his first name, but he's performing Kotex in a club.
Really?
And he's wearing busts, breasts, and he's pulling tampons out of himself. And then there's another act of two women doing that song. And at one point she bends over and it's like, bitch, your drawers are red.
Oh.
And it's so funny. I saw that on YouTube.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to look that up. I didn't even know that anyone's redone that stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. But they can't match up to the Leander, the character you had for your boss, which is great. I mean, that's a total, because that's big. People don't think about that workplace bullying. It's not just a schoolyard. It happens at work too.
Yeah.
Man,
was that one of the reasons I wrote it? Just thinking about some of the bosses I've had, and they were horrible. And it was like getting back at them.
Right. So those were kind of based on true situations then.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe the whole album was, because I wrote all the lyrics, but Mark put his name down also for the lyrics. Mark done some of the hooks, go ahead girl, pick it, or we want money. I wrote all the songs. So people don't even recognize that. When I looked at some of the comments to some of the songs that were on YouTube, they were like, she don't even write her own lyrics. Oh, and that killed me. Because everyone knows me, they know. You ever see Living Color with the guy, I think David Greer? He plays the old man with the guitar. And he's like, I wrote a song for you. You want to hear it? Here you go.
There you go. Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
That was me. I wrote songs from the time I was, in my teens. And every time someone came around, I'm like, I wrote a song about it. And I would, sing that song. So I was always known for writing songs. And that's why Mark came to me. I got, after I got cleaned up the first time on drugs, I was living for God, and Mark called me and asked me to write a song about a 2-minute brother. And that's how it got started. I actually signed my contract in the back of a cab.
Oh.
As I wasn't thinking clearly.
Wow. Man.
Yeah, and then from there, we were signed with Eazy-E, NWA Eazy-E.
Oh, wow.
Ruthless Records. Yeah. And then Russell Simmons, Def Jam bought the contract.
Oh, so you guys would have been on Ruthless.
And they were still giving Eazy. Yeah. I was in Dr. Dre's house. I think it was the kind of like a mansion that he bought off Express Yourself. Okay. That's what he told me. He bought that house off for one song that he wrote. And I was in his kitchen drinking all his liquor, talking shit. It was great.
Wow. So that's why you
But-
shout them out on that. You shouted them out at one point.
Yeah. Because
That's-
when we first went to LA, that's when we met Easy, Dre, the DOC, a lot of people. And some of his people worked on the music for the second album. I think DJ Quick. I don't know who exactly, but I know it was from that group.
A few West Coast dudes got their hand in the music, I
Yeah.
guess. Huh. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys took a shot at Ice Cube where you said, let's just stay off his
Now,
dick.
you know what? We did that, but it wasn't like for me a diss because the moment I heard NWA's album, I was in love with Ice Cube. I loved his voice. I loved everything about him. And I wish I'd never done that. But I met him once too. We took a picture. He actually held my hand up for my ring that says bitch.
Oh.
And I always loved Ice Cube. His voice was just incredible to me.
Oh, my Ice Cube was amazing. Oh, he's still amazing, but
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
no, as a back then, I mean, he was a force to be reckoned with. So you guys weren't really digging at him per se. It was just kind of like just a shout out type thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because I think at one point on one of his albums, he was telling people to stay off his dick, and that's why I said that.
Oh, okay. So it's just paying homage to his thing that he said. Stay off my dick. Or
Yeah.
whatever. Wow. That's cool. That is okay. So it wasn't a dick. And then I think you guys took a shot at Moni Love too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But I didn't mean it. Well, I did mean it because at that time there was a lot of that positive rap that was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I didn't like it that much. I actually said I did a promo commercial for MTV. And it was a freestyle, and I said something about Chris KRS-One, and he went to Mark and said he was gonna punch me in my face, and he was talking about the one who had the ponytail, something like that. He thought it was Michelle, but it was me who said. So he said he was going to punch me in my face when he sees me.
KRS-One said this?
Yeah.
Wow, Mr. Righteous, pro-black.
Yep.
Interesting.
I was talking about eating pork and how he was fronting. I mentioned him. I can't remember the rhyme. I wish I could find it somewhere, but it was a pretty good one. I took a real heavy shot at him, and he was going to punch me.
Wow. So he threatened to punch you in the face. That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
interesting. So that was kind of just your overall dig at positive rap, period. Like, you guys are fucking hypocrites, and I'm going to call you on it right here, basically.
Yeah. But I didn't mean it like in a way like, let's just start a war.
Right.
I just wanted to say it,
Right.
And I was getting a lot of flack over the things that there were places that I went in my hometown. I'm from Hollis Avenue, like where one of them are from, 202 in Hollis. And I remember like a guy jumped out. I think his brother was Tommy D or Tommy. He was a famous DJ or he was well known. But he jumped out the car and tried to attack me for what I said on a Donahue show. I was getting a lot of flack like that from guys.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we'll have to talk about that when we come back. We're going to jump into Kotex real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll talk to you a little more. So, well, here we go.
Okay.
Kotex. Bitch, go change your Kotex. Yeah.
No. This is all wrong. I can't take this today. I'm on my period. Look, Leander, you come up with me to my office right now. Leander!
No, it's Lyndah.
Whatever, I never understood why you people had those funny names anyway. I know you people don't like to work, but around here you have to work, and you're gonna work hard. Is that understood? Take those headphones off of your ears. You're not gonna listen to that rap music in this establishment. Is that understood? Is it? Answer me. And furthermore, you're gonna work through your break, through lunch, and overtime.
I can't work overtime. I have to pick up my daughter at 6.
That's not important. Now we know who's boss around here, don't we? Now get out of my office. Goddamn niggers.
Bleeding all fucking day. Up in her ass, dripping down her legs. Her panties are soaking, drenched in blood. Her ass so cakey it feel like a bug. She got cramps, shooting up as far as her breast.
That bitch got PMS.
She crabby as hell, couldn't give a fuck. But yo, bitch, you out of luck. You used your last fucking Kotex an hour ago. Ain't got no money, can't run to the store. So hot from the chair, no time to fast.
Bitch, you gon' change your Kotex.
Blood clots, big as the fucking blob. You fucking with everybody on the job. Is your head pounding from all that blood? Well, yo, bitch, shut the fuck up. Gather up the tissue, stick it in your hole, and don't try to act cute, you fucking hoe. You ain't had tissue, so you use the rag, you lying, dirty douchebag. Back to the problem.
What she said?
Bitch, your jaws is red. I'ma give ya a piece of my mind, bitch. Blood's on your behind. Goddamn motherfucker, fish smelling bitch. Looking 3 months pregnant, go take a shit. I know you're sick of this bloody time of the month. You can't get no dick cause your husband front. Walking around here riffing and shit. I'll whoop your ass, bitch. I'ma tell you to your face, cause I'm on fast, bitch. Go and change your Kotex. Now you walking around all fucking day, but no one wants to tell you your ass is red. Carrying on like you hot shit.
You leaking, bitch.
Fuck out my face and do it fast before I shove my foot in your ass. And if I get fired from this fucking job, every payday, bitch, your ass is robbed. So be on your way and don't try to flex, bitch.
Go change your Kotex. Go change your Kotex. Go change your Kotex.
Quit. Fuck you. Fucking white bitch. I should kick your fucking ass.
Leander, we don't approve of that language around here. I won't have you speak to me in that manner. Leander, get back here. Get back here now, Leander. Fucking niggers.
It's Lyndah, you fucking whatless whore. I'll tell you no fucking more.
Whatever.
Yes. Oh man, great song. Go change your Kotex. So, and here's something interesting. Ice. Did you ever read Ice-T's Ice Opinion book?
Whose?
Ice-T, the Ice Opinion?
No, I haven't read it.
Okay, well, there's a part in there where he's talking about rap music and explicit lyrics and things, and he mentions your guys' album. He says there's a female rap group called BWP, Bitches with Problems. He's like, but I can't listen to it. It scares me. And I'm thinking, why would that scare you, man? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he said way worse shit on records, that, it's like,
Yeah.
And the what you're talking about, I mean, hey, if you're not the type of dude that you're talking about, then it shouldn't bother you, So it was just interesting to hear him say that, I can't listen to it because it scares me. Well, why would it scare you? So,
That's funny.
yeah.
Yeah, I met Ice-T. We were at a party. I think it was Kilimanjaro's. I can't even remember, but we were outside and with my girls, and we were pretty intoxicated, and someone started shooting. And we're standing there talking and he was the first one to take off running. He ran right into his car.
Oh, shit.
Huh?
Ice was the first to take off running, huh?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Oh, well, you know what? He's got something to lose. He had a lot to lose.
Yeah. He was a big star.
Yep.
But it was just funny because we were so drunk. We're standing there talking, I don't know. I used to drink a lot when I went out, but then I just stopped going out.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure, it got to a point where the drinking and the drugging and all that was like, okay, starting to fuck with you. So you kind of had to get a hold on that.
Yeah.
So when did you actually get clean?
I went to a program called Teen Challenge. Actually, I was going that day. I was homeless for actually 5 months on the street.
Oh, wow.
And the guy that was, beating me up and everything, he was doing some horrible things to me. And he was staying, he was doing some work in his sister-in-law's house. And so we were staying there the last few months. And the things that he had done to me, I've been celibate for 24 years now.
Really?
Because he damaged me so much. And when he finally crashed, I got out of there and I had nothing left but a bag full of papers. I had on 2 sets of clothes. I was bone thin, had pins in it. But I got out of there and I was going to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge because I just couldn't take any more of life. And my cousin, she had my daughter. And we wasn't really talking. We had a big fight, called the police, and I had to go to court. It was so silly. But anyway, she had my daughter, and I wanted to call, but I didn't want no one to hear me. So I got off the train and walked out of the subway to make this call, even though I knew my daughter was going to be in school. And the last thing I wanted her to do was hear me cry, because I figured she'd be like, well, you killed your mother, you blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
So I started crying, and she asked me where I was, and I told her. And she said, find your way around the corner. And I was Clinton Avenue, 444 Clinton Avenue. And I think I was in Big's neighborhood.
Oh.
But, yeah, they took me in fresh off the street.
Wow.
Actually, when I was in that program and I was doing well, I was in there for 16 months and 2 months reentry. Harmony, I didn't recognize her at first, but she came to do ministry from Brooklyn Tabernacle.
Mm.
And she was giving her story, and I realized that was Harmony.
You talk about
and
Harmony?
we had that big blow up on a Donahue show.
I remember that.
And
holy shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
She was going
And-
against you guys on the show. I remember that.
Oh, yes. Hard.
Wow.
And she was doing that everywhere she went, and it really got to me. And I think I said, you never seen Martin Luther King go against
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X in public. They didn't hear the differences. But when we realized who we were, who the other were, she went right back to it. Oh, she apologized because she knew she was wrong. I couldn't believe it. I was
Man.
so angry, and I couldn't like really say anything because in that program you're supposed to show growth,
Right.
but I really wanted to go there with her, but I just let it go.
But look,
Yeah.
she came to actually minister to you. That's, you know, that right there just proves that there's a higher power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When, like,
Yeah.
the one you went against on Donahue, now all of a sudden she's here in your time of need, you know, trying to minister to you. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
she was singing and I was playing my tambourine, and when she started giving her testimony, I realized who she was, you know. But I didn't expect her to, you know, like still hash on it. I would expect growth from her if she's coming to minister to people, and she kind of like blamed me for what happened right there while she was doing ministry.
Really?
So, but you know, I let it go.
Yeah. Well, you did say she apologized though, eventually, right?
I apologized that day.
Oh, you
And
apologized.
then she said, see, she was wrong. That's why she made a big issue out of it.
Oh,
To say that I was wrong, that's why I'm apologizing.
okay. So so actually
Yeah.
you were the bigger person and she was still holding the grudge, it sounds like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I misunderstood. Sorry. Speaking of that, the
That's
Donahue
okay.
show.
But that's where I got clean, and then I came out to Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
I went to school. I got my BA, my master's, my license to practice in Pennsylvania, and I've been working in the field.
And this was when was that? When you got all that? It was like 2010 or somewhere in the 2000s?
Yeah, actually, I graduated in 2009.
Okay. Wow.
It was 8 years I was in school. I started out at a different school first. It was a Christian college. Then I transferred because the college that I transferred to was more mainstream, and my degree would be accepted in more places, I guess.
Yeah. A little more.
Yeah,
accredited.
Valley Forge wasn't accredited at that time.
Wow. So this is good. Now you have a university, you know, it has some credibility behind it.
Yes.
So that's cool. That's awesome. And so you really just changed things up. And, you know, I was going to ask you, how was it being on the Donahue show? Because I do remember you being on that show.
Well, I hated my appearance for one. It was so difficult, and I just every time I think about it, I wish I would have wore something else. I had to borrow MC Lights, her DJ. I had to borrow his glasses because I forgot mine, but he did lend me his glasses. I enjoyed it except for the fighting part, you know, with Harmony. But Donnie was great. He came out and he was in his jewelry, Chuck jewelry, and he was doing his little rap.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. MC Light was pretty cool with us, and I appreciated that. Because at the time, you know, a lot of people hated what we were doing.
Nah.
And I think we were just too ahead of our time.
I don't
You know,
know.
because when Kim and Fox and all of them came out, they were doing the same thing we were doing, but the world was more readily able
Ready
to
for it.
accept them.
Yeah. And you know, that's well, jump into that in a second, but here's the thing. Well, you know, even though you talked about, you know, fucking dudes and doing some pretty low shit, you guys still, as female rappers, still demanded respect back then, where I don't see that now with the Nicki Minaj's. You know, now they're just like, I'm a piece of pussy, you know, where back then you guys were like, hey, listen, you know, I might like fucking, but understand, you know, you're going to respect me. And I'm, you know, so that's what I love.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think we were just more ahead of our time. And, and as a New Yorker, a lot of people they just didn't like what we were doing,
Yeah.
So,
Well, it was different for New York rap for sure. I mean, like you said, there was a lot of positive stuff coming out at the time and whatever. And so you guys were just completely breaking the mold. But I got to tell you this.
yeah.
There was a record store I used to go to called Odyssey Records. And originally I was going to go buy, there was a group called Hoes with Attitudes, which was actually I think they were on Ruthless Records as well. Are you familiar with them?
Yeah.
Okay. So I go in there and my buddy Scotty, the guy who used to always recommend all the newest and latest hip hop, and so I got the Hoes with Attitudes album and I said, what else is popping? He's like, you heard Bitches with Problems? And I'm like, who? And he's like, Bitches with Problems. I'm like, I've never heard of them. So then he showed me your stuff. So yeah. So you actually, did you meet those girls?
I met him once. We were on tour. We were actually on tour with Fishbone. It was
Fishbone.
alternative rock group.
Yep.
And we had a few dates with other artists in the hip hop culture. I think Ice Cube was supposed to be there, the Hoes. So I met the Hoes with Attitudes on that tour. And I forget exactly what city we was in, maybe St. Louis, I'm not sure, but I said damn in the lobby. And the lady behind the counter, she was really offended, and she came over to me and said, we don't allow that kind of language. And I said, what? So I said, damn. I said, damn. And she called the police. And it was so funny because there must have been like 13 police cars. They were in helmets, dogs, the whole nine, because I said damn in the hotel lobby.
Really?
And yeah. And
wow.
we didn't want to get locked up that night. And we just left the tour. And I was upset because I really wanted to perform with the rest of the artists.
Wow. So you guys just took off? You just left? That was it, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. Mark had a great fear. He didn't want to be arrested. I didn't want to be arrested either. But, every time we performed, we had to like really leave the venue quickly so we won't get arrested for doing the things we were doing on stage.
What type of things you do on stage? Just sexual stuff?
We were kind of like having a sex scene. After like, he came too fast and I was, and then it was just like a lot of grinding. Sometimes it was like a swim kind of sexual act on stage. It was crazy. We were just doing whatever. But there were some places, that we would have got arrested for. So we had to leave real quickly.
Oh, that's right. Because that was a big thing. That was right at the epicenter of 2 Live Crew and all that type of stuff too.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you guys were
but yeah, I met her there in our hotel room. She was pretty nice.
Huh.
There were a lot of what's his name? DJ Quick was there. He had like a whole tray full of 40s. I got one of his 40s. But it was cool.
That's really cool. That's awesome. Well, you guys were soldiers for, and that's why now with all the censorship going on, with Facebook and YouTube, this is shit that you guys fought for. You know what I mean? This is like, you guys fought for this shit. And now people are trying to break down what you built,
Yeah.
So.
Actually, I was reading an article. I saw that. I put up my name and I saw some things on there. And one of the articles were the 10 top female rap tracks. And we came in number 4 with 2 Minute Brother.
Oh.
I couldn't believe it.
Man. Well,
and we're talking about great artists. Lil' Kim, Missy Elliott, Cardi B, all these great, talents, and I couldn't believe we were number 4.
Man, well, you have the right to that number 4.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Huh?
You have the right to that number 4. I mean, you guys, like I said, you broke ground.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You guys broke big ground.
And then we still remember 30 years later. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, you've made a mark for sure. And that's why I think like these other rappers now, like Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or whatever, nobody's going to remember them in 10 years. I don't think.
But they remember the bitches.
They don't remember the bitches, which by the way, that was an acronym, right? Bitches was an acronym.
Yes. Yes.
Stood for what?
Beautiful young college honeys and shit.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Michelle came out with that one.
Beautiful young teenage college honeys is what it was, I believe, at the time.
Yes.
But still remember the episode of Rap City you guys were on where you were talking, or was it MTV Raps? I think it was Rap City.
Yeah, we did Rap City.
That's right.
That. I love that interview.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you guys pretty much ran that interview.
Yeah.
Nobody was
at that time they were embarrassed. They didn't want to really promote what we were doing. So Chris, he never showed up. Well, he wasn't there to interview us. So we did the interview by ourselves.
Wow. Chris Thomas didn't want to be affiliated with that?
BT really didn't want to be affiliated, but they took the chance and did the interview anyway. And we did another interview. I think her name was Bev Smith. I'm not sure. While we were out there, we did an interview with her for BET.
Wow. Man.
And they actually started playing the videos. So it wouldn't play 2 Minute Brother. I think we could have really made it bigger than what we were. They wanted us to edit me saying 2 minutes with my fingers in 2 inches. They wanted that to blur out. It was only supposed to cost $3,000 to edit it, and Mark, no one would edit it. And so MTV wouldn't play it without that.
So you guys never got played on MTV then?
Well, not with 2 Minute Brother.
Nah, that's but you got Money. We Want Money got played on there, did it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was on there, Wanted, but not 2 Minute Brother.
Interesting. Yeah,
so that was I think, another mismanagement. It was so many opportunities that nobody ran with. Yeah. I really believe it was because they needed us to stay under their foot. They didn't want us to blow up for some reason because maybe they would lose control.
Maybe. But they just didn't feel, oh, you're going to get out of hand and you'll be gone and you'll leave us in the dust. So there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
People trying to stifle your career and your creativity and everything. So, well, wow, Lyndah, this has been awesome. And I'm glad you were able to take the time. Do you have anything specific you want to promote? Any contact info? What this is the time to spit that out.
Well, I do want that information for the Christian album.
Oh yeah.
That I would like to do. And I don't know. Okay. I really like the second album with This Is the Way, Caught Up, No Means A House Is in a Home. I wish some of these old school stations would play some of that stuff, but they won't. I don't know why.
Wow. You know what? It's still your legacy still lives. And so can people follow you on Facebook? Is there, anything you want people to know specifically?
Not really. I would like them to check out, the second album. I really like that album a lot.
It's on YouTube. It's called Life's a Bitch. So you definitely want to check that out. And be on the lookout next year. You said June of next year for the Queens of Hip Hop, correct?
Yes.
That's definite. I'm going to be checking for that.
Yes. So that'd be great.
Cool. Well, again, thank you for coming to our, as my co-host would call it, hole in the wall. And you know, we're gonna take them out with Faking It off the Life's a Bitch album.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks again. And everybody else, we'll talk to you soon. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer. And that's the story there. Bitches. How appropriate.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Peace out.
Absolutely.
I wish I knew what a motherfucking orgasm was or to come. I don't know what none of that shit feel like.
Legs in the air, start screaming and shaking, gotta let the niggas know. Bitches be faking, 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 faking.
I'm tired of faking shit.
Legs in the air, start screaming and shaking, gotta let the niggas know. Bitches be faking, 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 faking.
Oh, Daddy, oh, you feel good. You ain't shit. Get the fuck up off of me.
Once again, the bitches are back, and gloriously. For you know, dick niggas. To the clit, to the pussy, to my ass with your tongue, niggas. Damn, a bitch ain't got no luck. Can't find a nigga who know how to fuck. Lying in the bed while he's fucking my pussy. I'm screaming and yelling, oh, how I love these. Getting fucked and I'm bored as hell. He paid a bill, so I'ma fake real well. Moaning, groaning, stuffing and rolling. I wish the nigga stopped, but his ass kept going. So I'ma front real hard. Oh, motherfucker, your dick is gone. All 3 inches stuffed deep. I got the motherfucking story of the week. Grab the whole of that ass and held tight. Oh, Poppy, I can fuck you all night. Like the way I fuck. I really wanna tell him that the sex sucks. So legs in the air, start screaming and shaking. Y'all ladies know the time. It's called faking.
I wish I knew what a motherfucking orgasm was or to come. I don't know what none of that shit feel like. Oh, I guess that's your shit supposed to be hard. Oh, it's hard?
Nigga came once, now he wanna come twice. Had to make him feel that the dick was alright. Yelling and screaming, trying to give a back spasm. Had yet to experience my first orgasm. Moaning and groaning, my body shaking. Screaming his name to the love we was making. Up and down, in and out. Nigga swore he was turning that pussy out. On top of me, humping like he was all that. But the dick was wick, wick, whack. What he need to do is get kinda kinky. Roll me over and then spank me. Put them big ass lips on my clit. See, bitches need niggas with jungle dick. So don't let it go to your head when your bitch is screaming in bed. Cause I'ma tell you niggas there's no mistake. And 9 times